On March 24, 1998, the Westside Middle School shooting transpired, perpetrated by 13-year-old Mitchell Johnson and his 11-year-old accomplice, Andrew Golden. The tragic incident resulted in the loss of 4 students and a teacher, with 10 additional individuals sustaining injuries. Johnson and Golden were apprehended while attempting to flee the scene. Subsequently, both were convicted of 5 murders and 10 assaults, receiving prison sentences until they reached the age of 21. The massacre was the second deadliest mass shooting in Arkansas history. On the evening before the shootout, Golden helped Johnson load his mother's Dodge Caravan with camp gear, snack foods, 9 guns, and 2,000 rounds of ammunition. The following morning, the boys rode in the van to Westside Middle School, arriving late after deliberately missing their bus. Golden then pulled the fire alarm just after 12:30 p.m. during the beginning of 5th period, while Johnson took the weapons to the woods outside of the school. Golden then ran back to the woods where Johnson had taken the weapons. When children and teachers filed out of the school, the 2 boys opened fire, with officials stating that the shooting began at 12:41 p.m. During the incident, many became confused initially with reports of shouting of, "It's all fake." As friends of wounded students tried to evacuate their friends, Shannon Wright, a teacher at the school, used her body to protect a wounded student. Another teacher had been checking off students on her class list when she heard pops, like firecrackers, and thought it was an ill-advised attempt to frighten the children, to potentially make them take the drill seriously. A student reported that the sounds were at first dismissed by some as construction workers had been working on the new 5th grade building nearby. Students who had initially evacuated for the drill were brought back into the school's gymnasium, where students could hear the bullets ricocheting off the outside bricks and walls. Some victims were brought back inside by uninjured students and teachers, after a teacher opened the doors from the inside as they had automatically locked because of the fire alarm. A student who had sought shelter in the school told a teacher with them that they believed the shooter was Mitchell Johnson, as they had been told by him not to come to school that day. All 10 of those injured survived their injuries, and among the wounded students was Tristan McGowan, Golden's cousin. Golden and Johnson attempted to run back to the van and escape, but were later caught by the police. They were apprehended about 10 minutes after the shooting began, according to a lieutenant with the Jonesboro Police Department. The boys evidently planned to run away, as they had food, sleeping bags, and survival gear in the van. While in detention awaiting trial, Johnson wrote a letter that stated,
"Hi, my name is Mitchell. My thoughts and prayers are with those people who were killed or shot and their families. I am really sad inside about everything. My thoughts and prayers are with those kids that I go to school with. I really want people to know the real Mitchell someday. Sincerely, Mitchell Johnson."
Due to their age, they were tried as juveniles and were found guilty of 5 counts of murder. Following their convictions, Johnson and Golden were taken by National Guard helicopter to Alexander, Arkansas, so they could be placed at the Arkansas Juvenile Assessment and Treatment Center. The 2 youths were among the youngest people ever charged with murder in the United States. The Jonesboro prosecutor later stated that were it not for their ages, he would have sought death sentences. At the time, the minimum age for capital punishment was 16. In August 1998, both boys were sentenced to confinement until they reached the age of 21, which was the maximum sentence available under Arkansas law. They would have served until age 18 had federal authorities not added additional confinement for weapons charges. The case led to wide public outcry for tougher sentencing laws pertaining to juvenile offenders. Johnson was released from the Federal Correctional Institution, Memphis, on his 21st birthday, August 11, 2005, having spent 7 years in prison. Golden was released from the Federal Correctional Institution, Memphis, on May 25, 2007, also his 21st birthday, after spending 9 years in prison. In 2017, the victims' families were awarded $150 million after filing a lawsuit against Johnson and Golden seeking damages and to prevent the 2 from profiting from the shooting. Johnson and Golden were both students at Westside Middle School. The pair rode the bus together, but were not close friends. Together, they were known to bully other students, and people recalled Johnson talking of wanting to belong to the Bloods and to smoke marijuana. The Texaco truck stop was a popular hangout for youths in Jonesboro, and adolescents there remember Johnson claiming to belong to street gangs. He also spoke of having a lot of killing to do. And his classmates also commented that he had a fascination with firearms. He had particularly threatened to kill 6th grader Candace Porter, his former girlfriend who ended their relationship. Golden was a 6th grader at the school, where schoolmates said he displayed troublesome behavior. He would often engage other students in fistfights and use profane language. A classmate accused him of killing her cat with a BB gun. 3 months before the incident, a student reported to a school counselor that Golden had stated he intended to shoot some people at the school. When Golden was called to the counselor, he stated that he had a nightmare in which he followed through and then was killed, scaring him off the plan. The day before the massacre, Johnson told friends he had a lot of killing to do and suggested to them that they would know the next day whether they were destined to live or die. 21 years later, after the school shooting, Andrew Golden, 33, who had changed his name to Drew Grant and was living in Missouri, died when the driver of a Chevy Tahoe collided head-on with his Honda CR-V on Highway 167 near Cave City, about 100 miles north of Little Rock, according to state police. Good karma? Let us know in the comments. And please like and subscribe if you would like to see more.